goal is, and you should know how many you need to make and how often. And then when you make it, you have to say when you made it, because that's like batches. Batch numbers is what they do in big manufacturing. But it ain't no joke. And I'd have to go back to all of my recipes, which I do have them in notebooks, but it's not a system. It's not all of my bestsellers. It's not all of the ones that I have on my website. It's no catalog for them. It's not organized. And in order for your business to, and I'm learning this now, I'm not telling you something because I think I'm an expert at it, because I don't feel that way. But now I know that if I want my business to grow, I have to be able to incorporate other people to come behind me, even without me telling them or standing with them or being with them how to do it. And that's what organization is. That's what having a business plan, a manufacturing plan, an organization plan, all these plans come into play, which you need to have before you ever open your door to start working, for you to go by. Because if you don't have a plan to go by and to get into a habit, a routine of, it's going to be just like where I am now. You're going to come in every day and you just going to do whatever comes, whatever fire is hot, that's what you're going to do. And whatever bill needs to be paid, that's the one you're going to pay. It's not a system. It's not a day. Today, I am going to this. Today, I'm going to do, because it's Wednesday. On Wednesdays, I do this, that, and that. This how much time I spend on this, and that. On Thursday, Wednesday's gone. Thursdays, I'm doing this, and every Thursday. On Fridays, my orders are going out. I don't do orders on Fridays, so on Mondays, my orders go out, right? Any order that came through from this day to this day, they go out on this day. So, plans, schedules, organization is the key, and that is what my struggle has been. Why I can't do barcoding on my inventory. I've got 2 scanners to read barcodes, so that I don't have to remember all the pricing, because I'll change them. That's not a good thing, but I'll mess up a price in a minute because their prices are not on my products, because they do change. And then I don't want to have to peel it off or ring up the wrong thing because I forgot to change it later on. I want barcodes so that when prices change, or when someone else has to come to work for me, that all they have to do is scan that code. You don't have to remember it. You don't have to search for it. You just scan it. Well, I can do that. But what? My inventory was not set. I had never gotten my inventory set, so I couldn't do barcode. I mean, I could have done it, but it'd been organized, and it would be more confusing. So it's just important. It's important. Hindsight telling you now, these are things that I won't even say wish I had done, because it's all learning. I learned so much over these years. I could write a book, but guess what? I don't have time to write no book. I don't even know how to write a book. I can write stuff down, but I would need to get me somebody to delegate that to, because I can't do it. I didn't study that. I mean, people say how easy it is to self-publish on Amazon or any of these other formats and platforms, but you got to learn it first. You have to have time to learn it, and then you have to have time to put it into action, what you learned. That's the whole thing. I know so many things. I can't put all those things into action because it's not top of the list. It's not the hottest fire. So I have to put it to the side. And I keep putting it to the side because I don't have time. Oh, but I do have time. If I organized everything and give time slots for the things that I say are necessary. So that's what I'm doing now, y'all. I am trying so hard to get organized, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen because guess what? I am retired, literally. Been for several years. I retired early, but this is not the way I visioned my life to be. You know what I wanted it to be? I would do pop up shops and events, and I would choose events based on cities that I wanted to visit. I'd take my products there and bring them back home and make my money and work till the next one comes up. But going to markets and doing pop-up shops. And at that time when I retired, I did not have this shop. So I saw retirement totally different than I do now. And just, in not planning, I'm here. It's just what came. And, I love the fact that I've been able to do that, to have this storefront. But time now is to regroup, refocus, and to organize and to really plan for the future. Plan for someone else to be able to come in and do the things that I am doing, and keep the ship running smoothly, or when it gets smooth. But I just believe that's going to happen. And I believe when that organization happens, just like I believed having someone to help me would also cause me to grow and have more income. When you think about that, you spend more money to make more money. And that's true. Because if you depend on you as one person, you're going to stay where you are because you can't do anymore. How much more can you do as one person? So you limiting yourself. I know it to be true. And then if you hire someone who has more knowledge than you on some things, because you don't want anybody who's going to want to boss you in your own business, but if you can give them direction as to what you want to happen, things that you haven't been able to do, or that they can take that off your plate so you can do the next thing, you only grow. That's growth. That's just growth. And with growth, money can follow that. So if one person is selling a product and you can make $10 for that, but then you've got 5 people that you've hired to sell those products, then your company is making 5 times what you could do by yourself, right? You pay them out of what they made for you, the company. But that's the same thing, even when their job isn't about money. Because advertising is more about spending money to make money, but you got to spend it twice. You got to pay the person who's doing your advertising for you. You got to pay for the advertisement. Yeah. But when you do that, you bring in more people to see your products and to buy your products, which was growth from where you were before you hired that person. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Oh my God, is it a struggle? Do I have money to pay for a person to work for me and advertising dollars? Pray for me. That's all I know to say. Pray for me. But I also know that it is possible. I'm doing it. I know other people are having the same situation or have been in the same situation as me. Because some people, when they get to this pivotal point where there's no other where to go, because you have no more capacity to do any more than you're doing with the knowledge that you have, is to turn around and quit because you have nowhere to go. But then those others, like myself, you're rising above it and figuring out a way to pivot beyond it. And that's what I'm doing. Pray for me. I'm done. I'm done and I'm out. Over and out, y'all. Bye.